Hello everybody! You have may seen a lot of Gun Mettle update videos from the most famous YouTuber, and that's a good thing because this update introduced a lot of new things. Not only decorated weapons, unusual weapons, the campaign, the maps, but above all the weapon balances. And this video will tell you, in my opinion, what the Gun Mettle update brought to Man's vs Machine, our beloved co-op mode. But this time I only show you the 3 most groundbreaking changes that this update brought along. There are a lot more, and I think that Valve could patch something that I am saying right now and some others that I won't. Like the vaccinator, for example, that as of now has its Uber duration upgrade totally borked, and I can't believe Valve will stay with this untouched. But it's Valve time, so let's look what we have here. The 3 most game-breaking changes of the Gun Mettle update in MvM. Here I'm playing with Pluto, our common friend Jake, Noob Gaming, and Puata. This is Bone Shaker, and I'm here to show you 2 of the most important changes, in my opinion. The first, how the Sydney Sleeper got modified so far. In the past, in MvM, in fact, he could apply explosive headshot if you upgraded only after half a second, where he would have applied the Jorati on the target. So he couldn't quick scope for the explosive headshot, and only the target got Jorated. But now, it applies explosive headshot at 0 charge. And not only that, it applies Jorati all around to all the robots that got explosive headshot damaged. To be fair, I think it's also glitched as of now, because it chain headshots all around. That means that you target one head and it applies Jorati to all around, but those around robot on their hand applies other Jorati to all robots around them, and so on. It's a chain reaction, so the damage around is a lot more, as a lot more is the radius. In all honesty, I am expecting this chain later be fixed. At Valve's time, though, I suspect that it will become 150 damage all around and the Jorati apply to all the mobs eventually, but not the higher damage in the radius, as it happens now. But now, in a second, you will see the second most game-breaking change of Gun Mettle in MvM, that is the new score shot awesome knockback. It is now as high as the Max Air Blast upgraded flamethrower, with no upgrade on the score shot, and it kicks the giants as small robots almost. Look at this. And contrary to the flamethrower, you can do that at distance, safely. Puada, for example, almost fully upgraded his score shot with a large benefit for the team, and he carried a Phlogistinator. So the best of the 2 worlds, the criticals of the Phlogistinator and a perfect and safe air blast from the new score shot. See how far it can get this giant. Holy shit, it's wonderful. I feel that new meta for the Pyro will become the score shot as the air blasting device, and definitely the Phlogistinator as a primary then. Look how easily it can contain the giants from afar. I wonder if Valve will patch this eventually, reducing a bit this juggling. Take this opportunity until it lasts. Even giants are totally impaired by this thing, and Puada really flushed into the toilet all the money into this damn thing. It's almost fully upgraded. That's awesome. Score shot reload speed for the win.
To be honest, it's broken. Oh god, he's flying. To the moon!
Flying to the moon! TF2 invasion incoming. I told you. Back briefly to the sleeper, since you can apply Jurati to everyone, even by quickscoping, you can equip other secondaries now. And I took the chance to try the new Cozy Camper, that simply goes so buff that every cons were deleted. It's like this, its cons is not being an SMG and a Jurati. It is fair. And if you have the Jurati anyway, the Cozy with its HP regen and the unflinching while getting under fire by the enemy, it's a good secondary for MvM. It was before, and now even better after Gun Mettle. A minor downside of not equipping the Jurati is that you can slow down the giants, because only Jurati has the slowdown upgrade, not the Seed Sleepers, so you better have a team killing Super Scout fast. These giants seem so astonished being juggled.
Zoe! Mako is Zoe, by the way.
Now it's a very pity I got sniped just when Tuata tried and succeeded juggling a giant demonite with a score shot down the pit. It has been awesome for sure, but simply I couldn't spectate it fast enough.
Got that. Oh fuck, there's some ammo. Ow. I went, no, I'm out of ammo too. You made me get fish killed. No. Why you do this? It was worth it.
But it doesn't work if ammo is depleted, and you let Fishy Super Scout catch you off guard. Puada. But now the third and the most important and astounding thing that Gun Mettle update made to MvM, to my eyes. No, it's not the fact that you can score jump with little to no damage, and it was a bit reduced in the latest patch of Valve anyway. It's another thing, is the infinite refund, now officially allowed by Valve. It's not a glitch, since Wave 1 and on. And by doing so, all the meta, the planned strategies of sticking with a class from the beginning to the end, sticking with a weapon, all are gone. To show you a small example, I stayed the same class, but I could have swap and upgrade the best weapon for every single wave. For example, first wave doesn't have any Super Scout or projectile threats, so Phlogistonator for the win. Here I am playing with the same friends, except the random soldier that didn't care much of the engineers, but it was fun. And as you may see, at the second wave there are Super Scout, so I can just click the refund upgrade. No need to get a threshold of money to do that, and then I can restock all my money, except eventually the money wasted in canteens, to redo all my upgrades, the body, the primary, and so on. And to do so, it's very easy every time. Wave ends, get a spawn, click the refund upgrades button, change class or weapon and re-upgrade everything. And you can do even twice in the same setup time between two waves. And then at the next setup time, at every wave. It's game breaking. And since the scoreboard doesn't show anymore the refund needed cash, the HUD was reworked by Valve. It's not a bug, it's not a glitch. It's a voluntary decision of Valve to let MvM easier and maybe less meta-oriented, because you can try and freshen things up and act the best for every wave now. Consequently, the mission now can be easier, because you surely have a pyro when the waves have a lot of tanks, and surely have a sticky demoman when there are a lot of medics, and so on. Is it Valve visiting the unskilled players? Maybe, but still, for whom is playing with randoms, it's a good call, because you'll see the loose screen seldom and seldom. So I go with the Golbo Killer Flamethrower, the stock, for maximum juggling. As you may see, by sticking with the stock Flamethrower, I can massive damage tanks and be ready for the Super Scout coming. Now you can change your mind and keep a Flamethrower that can reset the bomb, if you see it more appropriate. and then switch back to the Phlogisinator later and get back all the money to fresh upgrade. Another wave, 3 tanks incoming, full refund, and Phlogisinator again. And by being helped by Jack, Noob Gaming, the buff banner plus the Phlogisinator criticals are awesome against tanks, you know, one after the other, of course. We swapped the random soldier into a random engineer, and you can see the end of this decision. At least this refund option is perfect for people that comes later and join the team, because if they suck at the remaining needed class, you can switch and refund and get its role and let the noob staying an easier class and let the team win. And then last wave, a giant, and then the back partner with the 100% criticals at the back is the best flamethrower to be picked. So refund upgrade and all money into this new primary. What can Gun Mettle says to MvM? I would say the Bazaar Bargain now is almost always better than the stock, because just 2 headshots and you'll be better at charging. But still, I consider the Hitmaker the best weapon for the sniper. That's my personal opinion. And then the Spy. The Spy got buffed only for the stock and cloak and dagger watches, and on the contrary was nerfed with the Dead Ringer. And now if a mob spams you a lot, you won't survive anything unless you pay a lot of money in the resistances, because the 60% at the beginning and reducing till the 20% damage reduction of the DR are not the best business card for survival. On the other hand, the mobility is being buffed because the Dead Ringer will boost you for 3 seconds at every feign death. And that could be a strategy for the money spy, because if you really need to catch those burning money, just undisguise in front of the enemy with the Dead Ringer up, and the immediate spam of the enemy will boost you, invisible and cloaked, toward the money. And the knives, some of them were pretty good buffed, like the Big Earner or the kunai. Still, since the damage reduction of the DR isn't as reliable as before, I would think twice to equip a knife that have a lot of good benefit but lowers your HP, like kunai and Big Earner. Anyway, I think the skill ceiling of the Spy is getting a bit higher than before, and that wasn't really needed for the class. And finally the Vaccinator, that was really crippled for MvM, because the massive reduction of overcharging to overheal patients is not a good thing in MvM, where maybe all the team has a lot of overheals because of the HP on kills or your own overheal mastery upgrades. And as I said, it's also glitched as of now because the uber duration simply doesn't work. You pay for nothing. And finally the engineer, the rescue ranger, got slightly buffed. You will have a hard time against giant heavies. Your best branch could be the Jag if you have a good resource metal management, or you shall prefer the stock branch. But anyway, they are slight buff or nerfs that really don't change so much MvM, like those 3 I show you in this video. If I forgot something, let me know what you think about the Gun Mettle update paired in the co-op mode Mans vs Machine environment. I've seen pretty much nobody telling you about this. Hope so that this video was enjoyable and useful. And thanks for watching.